Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alperiki and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
In the news tonight, government stops family evictions. More come forward to report domestic violence. And FNUSA saga continues with a twist.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
A day after the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation revealed that People's Community Network was going to evict 11 families from the Langi Langi housing in Raiwanga, this order has been halted by Housing Minister Parvin Bala. PCN Director Semiti Ngalawasa says the notices were issued as there were no rent payments received from these families. However, Bala says no one will be evicted from their units. Bala says dialogue was the best way forward and he did not want any rush in making people homeless. Ali Kimbia reports.
The government has stopped the eviction of 11 families at Langi Langi housing after it was highlighted by FBC News yesterday. Housing Minister Pravin Bala says the families will not be forced to vacate and discussions will take place with PCN on avenues the families can follow to repay their debts. PCN Director Semiti Ngalawasa, when asked by FBC News, says it was not his intention to evict the families from their units.
I will try my very best not to put anyone out. But if once we move to Body Corp, who will be looking after the business arm of this PCN, then I will have a little say in that. At this moment, I'm still having a lot of say because of my concern for the poor citizen of this nation.
Meanwhile, in order to protect the interest of the families involved, the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission will now hold discussions with the PCN.
As FCCC, the Consumer Protection Enforcement Agency, what we'll do is we will look into this as well to ensure that all the processes have been followed and so that at the end of the day, consumer interests are not disadvantaged.
Ngalawasa says they were forced to take actions as they rely on rent payments to continue developing new housing units. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
More women are now coming forward to report domestic violence-related cases. The Fiji Women's Crisis Centre says 60% of the calls received on its toll-free line since its inception last year are for domestic violence. Pranita Prakash reports over 1,000 calls have been made on the toll-free line in the last 17 months.
The FWCC has been receiving an average of 10 calls per day on domestic violence on their toll-free line 1560.
Most of the cases that we see are between couples, couple who are living in a sexual relationship. So we see that. We sometimes also see same-sex relationships. There's also domestic violence there.
An agreement was signed today to further strengthen the partnership between the centre and the Women's Ministry to eliminate violence against women and children.
It's actual domestic violence. We straight ahead go with we'll call the police, and from the police we'll do all the referrals that is needed. And if there is further needs for further counselling, it goes back to the Fiji Women's Crisis Centre.
When you look at the victims and survivors of violence from their perspective, this gives them an avenue to resort, for assistance, for help at a time when it's most needed.
The Women's Ministry has provided $200,000 to FWCC to operate and manage the toll-free line. The helpline is being operated in partnership with the Ministry. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Fiji National University student rep Elisapedi Tunamena says FNUSA President Ketan Lal has completely missed their point and is deliberately misleading the public. Tunamena claims after the student AGM in Ba, they were promised they will receive copies of the financial report, which has not been provided to them to date. She says it's not just about having the financial report, but they need to go through it to see how their money is being spent. Tunamena is demanding to know why the FNUSA website contract was given to Bicesa Technology, which is partnered with Vishwa Hindu Parishad and Lal is the youth president. She has also demanded why the FNU vice-chancellor made a quick statement on their petition instead of listening to their concerns, and has also demanded to see the tender process on the purchasing of the FNUSA vehicle. Meanwhile, FNUSA President Ketan Lal is expected to give FBC News an interview tomorrow. The Fijian Elections Office today clarified steps to be taken during the counting process in every counting station of the upcoming general election. Supervisor of Elections Mohammed Saneem says that this is being done to ensure the counting process is balanced, clear and accurate. Sainian Imboila reports.
Presiding officers will make the final decisions on spoiled ballots during the 2018 general elections counting process.
The polling agent objects, as you notice, someone objected. The presiding officer considers the objection, which you saw the presiding officer understand. Thereafter, the presiding officer inspected the ballot paper and made a decision on it. If an objection is rejected, the presiding officer will reject it and continue the count.
As the presiding officer, I have decided that this ballot paper is still invalid because although the voter has ticked 331, he has also circled around, and it includes 310 and 311, 332 and 330. So I am rejecting your objection.
Party agents were also shown where to stand during the counting.
Opportunity is for the party agent to directly stand next to the table, even to the extent that if your clothes can rub on the table, so long as you are not disrupting, interrupting or stopping the process.
The Fijian Elections Office will work to ensure that all the reconciliation and the recounting process for the 2018 general elections is thorough and transparent. Sainian Imboila, FBC News.
A 24-year-old electrician was killed in a motor vehicle accident yesterday. The victim was traveling in a truck with 3 others when the vehicle veered off the road and tumbled down a cliff in Nakambuta, Singatoka. A man and woman also in the truck were injured. It is alleged the driver was drunk and fled the scene. He was later arrested. The road death toll currently stands at 50 compared to 46 for the same period last year. Still to come, skill shortage a challenge for Fiji ports. And FICAC asks for more time to locate Sun Insurance former CEO. Details after the break.
Bula, neva ngo malakai leloma, ngo ngai nakas ondo bagrong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai lambasa, ya ondo talita na barong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Gua da tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na barong ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Wana tunga ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere nawaluan.
Neva ngo fane na tao ngo singa toka, kita ondo talita ka ng Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
Bula FM, nambang 2 na sere.
The Sugarcane Growers Council is calling on cane farmers in the Western Division to be careful of electricity poles when burning cane. This after the Energy Fiji Limited raised serious issues of poles being damaged due to cane field fires. Felipe Naikaso reports cane farmers claim they are always careful when burning cane near the poles.
The burning of sugarcane farms will be a sight in parts of the Western Division. However, farmers have been asked to be vigilant when burning their cane.
Urging growers to be more vigilant and take precautionary measures to ensure if for any reason the cane is bent, these poles are not affected.
With many electric posts situated in sugarcane farms, growers have been asked to set up fire breaks in different sections of their farms.
We are also encouraging growers not only to make fire breaks in and around the EFL post, but we are asking the growers to make fire breaks in their farms so that if there is a cane fire, it does not spread out to the other farms.
FBC News spoke to some farmers who say they are also careful when burning their cane.
We know what to do. Before we burn the thing, we clear the place. So no problem must be. We understand we don't want the post to be burned.
We talk to the Sardar, our Sardar. When he allows us to burn, then we burn it.
Meanwhile, the Fiji Police Force says they've received a number of complaints from farmers regarding alleged cane field arson, which they're investigating. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
Fiji Ports Corporation Limited's facilities need constant upgrades and modernisation to meet growing trade demands. Fiji Ports Chair Shaheen Ali says a major problem for the industry is skill shortage and it's affecting their services. Kritika Kumar reports.
Skills shortage is now becoming an area of concern for Fiji ports.
We are challenged in terms of finding the right skills, the motivated workforce that continues to improve our operational performance and customer service. And also in ship repairs, there's tremendous opportunities in shipbuilding, in cleaning, in dry docking, in refits, refurbishments, heavy industries and engineering work.
The acting chief executive for Fiji Ports says despite these challenges, they are doing their best to improve their services.
Our capacity in our ports and the efficiency has improved significantly.
A lot of work is underway to modernize our ports to meet the ever-growing demand.
So it is imperative that our ports are modern, provide world-class service, and keeps up with the rapid growth of trade and the Fijian economy.
Meanwhile, the Lotoka and Suva ports handle over 174,000 containers annually, and the country's export increased by 6.1% to almost $2 billion. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
31-year-old Sita Sanjana Ram appeared in the Suva High Court today facing 35 various charges, including 16 counts of alleged human trafficking. Ram is charged along with her sister Geeta Anjana Chandar, who ran a travel agency in Suva when they allegedly trafficked 17 Fijian nationals to New Zealand from April through August of 2014. The case on its first call had to be adjourned after a mix-up with Ram's documents, which led to her late presentation in court. The matter will be recalled tomorrow. The Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption has sought further 3 months' time to locate former Sun Insurance Chief Executive Lolesh Sharma and serve him with the charge and summons. The State Council informed the court that the Immigration Department has confirmed that Sharma has left the country. Sharma has been charged with 1 count of attempt to undue influence. It's alleged that on or about 4th October last year, he attempted to hinder or interfere with the free exercise or performance of the political right of the employees of Sun Insurance Limited, relevant to the 2018 general election. The matter has been adjourned to December 10th. Fiji is located in a seismic active zone, which means that we're prone to experiencing earthquakes, and this is one of the reasons for the recent tremors in some parts of the country. The unit of the Mineral Resources Department says with Fiji being one of the many countries in the Pacific Ring of Fire, it's important that we're prepared at all times as earthquakes are unpredictable. Kelly Vadala reports.
The Ring of Fire is an area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean where many earthquakes occur, and in just 2 weeks, the seismology unit detected 2 offshore earthquakes in and around Fiji.
It's just between the collision of the 2 plate boundaries, and Fiji sits on the boundary of the Pacific plate and the Indo-Australian plate.
Vanessa says not all earthquakes generate a tsunami or pose a significant threat.
We do have magnitude 7, and we are just lucky that the depth is on a deep depth location.
Experts say they receive multiple calls following such events.
If there is a strong earthquake meaning some of the houses may be collapsed or some of the trees may be fall off, that's an indication of a strong earthquake.
One of the most destructive tsunamis to ever hit Suva was in the year 1953. It occurred right after a 6.7 magnitude earthquake. Another major earthquake occurred in 1979, where it caused damage to infrastructure. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
In sports later with Jamie, Fiji men's volleyball team calls for support after its gold medal win at the Oceania Championship. But up next is Rachel with business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. Vinod Patel staff receive recognition. And in growing Fiji, new court store opens in Savasavu. Stay with us.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to
Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM, only the classic.
In business tonight, business success is not possible without employees, and Vinod Patel Company Limited says it will not limit its workers' growth and creativity. The company for the first time held awards night on Saturday to show appreciation for the hard work of its employees. Founder Vinod Patel says the efforts of its employees have raised the organization to new heights. He says employees must work as a team. An independent committee will carry out an assessment of the e-ticketing system. Acting Prime Minister Ayar Said Kiyim says the committee will be headed by the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission. During a Talanoa session with the Fiji Bus Operators Association, bus drivers, Vodafone and LTA, all the stakeholders have come up with a unified approach to further enhance their respective service deliveries to all Fijians. Said Kiyim, who was also part of the Talanoa session, has applauded the stakeholders for their meaningful contribution towards modernizing the bus industry. And we now join Sharon from HFC Bank with the latest from the stock market.
Let's review last week's trading on the South Pacific Stock Exchange. 10 of the listed stocks recorded market activity, noting price movements. FMF Food shares recorded 15 cents growth to close at $1.85. Kinetic Growth Fund shares were up by 6 cents to 93 cents per share. Please Global shares increased by 17 cents to close at $2.45. VB Holding shares rose by 15 cents to $7.40. And Fijian Holding shares ended the week at $6.14, up by 14 cents. Meanwhile, Kontiki Finance shares were down by 6 cents and closed the week at a price of $1.16. Following the share price movements, the overall market capitalization rose by 0.77% and ended the week at $2.64 billion. And that's the latest from our local stock market, Vinaka.
Thanks, Sharon. Taking a look at the currency exchange rate set this morning for the Fijian dollar. The forex market remained volatile over the weekend as the Fijian dollar continued to show an increase against the Aussie dollar and the euro, but slid slightly against the other currencies we cover. As for the commodities market, the price of oil dropped slightly to just under $70 per barrel. Gold was down as well to close at 1,196 an ounce, and silver ended the day down at $14.44 an ounce. And in Fiji tonight, a new Court store has opened in Savasavu. The store will give customers in the north an opportunity to buy their household needs in a modern facility. It is also the company's first branch to have a coffee shop. The new store will also carry a wide range of worldwide brands and products. And that's business for tonight. Jamie joins you now with sports.
Thanks, Rachel, and good evening. Up ahead in sports, Seruvakula says Voka needs more game time. And Fiji football team shifts camp to Suva ahead of international friendly. This and more coming up.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Kritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Fiji Airways Ndrua coach Senirusi Seruvakula believes skipper Mosese Voka still has room for improvement as he captains the side in the Australian National Rugby Championship. Voka led the Ndrua for the first time against Melbourne Rising over the weekend, and Seruvakula says there were moments when he struggled to make decisions. Marcel Prasad reports.
Fijian Drua captain Moses Voka played a vital role in the 40-17 win over Melbourne Rising last Saturday, but coaches believe he needs more exposure.
More game time again for this level. He was struggling at times, but I keep him there for the full 80 minutes.
The NRC gets tougher this weekend, and Voka says they are looking up to the experienced players.
But with the help of these young boys and experienced boys, I think it was like really they really helped me.
The Drua sits on top of the table, and coach Senirusi Seruvakula says they hope to carry their winning momentum against Brisbane City this weekend.
So it's going to be getting tougher. Brisbane City, they will be reviewing our game, but we need to win these two games.
They take on Brisbane City at 3 p.m. at Lautoka's Churchill Park on Saturday. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Utility back Waisea Levu remains in impressive form for Stade Francais in the French top 14 this season, while Levu scored a try in his side's 20-8 win over Bordeaux. Other clubs featuring Fijian players fell short in the second round. Vashnil Prasad reports.
Former Fiji Sevens player Waisea Levu is leaving no stones unturned in his bid to join the Flying Fijians team during the November tour. Levu was again in an impressive form for his club in the second round of the French top 14. But it was not the day for Fiji 15 swinger Joshua Tuisova, whose try was not enough to seal the match against Pau. Irimi Vakatawa also scored a try for Racing 92, which lost to Pedeli Yato's Clermont by 40-17. Meanwhile, Clermont leads the top 14 table with 9 points, while Tuisova's Toulon sits at the bottom with 2 straight losses. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Vodafone Fiji football head coach Christophe Gamel has been trying to build team camaraderie ahead of their friendly international match against the Solomon Islands. Gamel believes the Bulla Boys will need to gel well and be extra hungry for a win if they are to defeat an informed Solomons team. Meli Tavanga reports.
Gamel is working on a positive mindset for the players ahead of the international friendly.
They don't have this spirit. So by some tips during training, we are changing that, and I have put a challenge inside each training at the end.
The national football side has just returned to the Fiji FA headquarters this afternoon after spending less than 2 weeks camp in Ma.
Get that we play a team that is since 4 weeks in camp with already one international game against Macau in their background. So it will be very hard for us. I'm a bit worried about that, but I trust the boys.
Meanwhile, the youngest player, 19-year-old Navua goalkeeper Alzar Alam, is looking forward to making the final cut.
As for the past few weeks, I've been training with them, and yeah, we know each other very well and getting used to and gelling in together as a team. When I was small, I used to see the other players as my idols, so it was a great privilege and great honor for me to play with my idols. And
Gamel will name his final squad tomorrow before they take on Solomon Islands at 7 p.m. Wednesday. Melitawanga, FBC Sports.
Fiji men's volleyball coach Penny Ratumayali is calling for more support for the sports national team. This comes after Fiji created history at the 2018 Oceania Volleyball Championship last month by beating powerhouse New Zealand 3-1. Stella Taoi with more.
Despite the lack of facility, the national volleyball side was able to secure a gold medal.
They really faced hardship in preparation. There wasn't any proper court, there wasn't any proper facilities to train, but we managed to work on other outdoor courts according to working towards their skills.
Now with that out of the way, they're working on their next challenge.
We have other international competitions, but that depends on the finance of that is coming through. Otherwise, there's specific games in Samoa in July next year.
The team have proven their worth and hope for recognition.
So that's what I told the boys. In order to help Fiji volleyball, you got to do our part. Because you are the main. The win comes from you, not the organizers. So that's what I told the boys. To win, everything will fall into pieces.
Meanwhile, coach Ratu Mayali is calling for more support as the national side prepares for the South Pacific Games in Samoa next year. Stella Taoi, FBC Sports.
FASANOC Chief Executive Lorraine Mars says the excitement of this year's Fiji Sports Hall of Fame Awards night will be heightened with the attendance of Fijian Olympians. Mars says just over 200 athletes have represented Fiji at the Olympics, and this year's event aims to bring together as many Fijian Olympians as possible. The event will be held on the 13th of next month at the Grand Pacific Hotel, and nominations close this Friday.
During the day, they will have some kind of capacity building workshop, and then end the day with attendance at the Fiji Sports Hall of Fame. And we're hoping to be able to recognize this group of people on the night, as well as the recipients of the awards.
In the English Premier League, Manchester United recovered from back-to-back defeats to beat Burnley 2-1, despite Paul Pogba missing a penalty and Marcus Rashford being sent off. Meanwhile, Watford pulled out another shocker to beat Tottenham 2-1. That's it from Sports Tonight. Catch Angie later on with weather. And in new media, if you're an iPhone fan, well, good news for you. There are rumors that Apple may release a new product by next week. Details after the break.
Nalang golesenya, Obama kita benakas, dorong-rong benakape, on Radio Fijian, nandomo ibit.
Ayaw benyana, kita barong on Radio Fijian, nandomo ibisi, ihi natoka.
Guado ilaisa ingatoka, rong-rong binana heramakawa ina Radio Fijian ingatoka.
Radio Fijian, nandomo ibiti.
In new media tonight, there are rumors that Apple will announce its next iPhone together with other products at a special event that will be held next week. Let's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and are looking forward to another week. For today, we had a slight show of sunshine in some areas while others mostly had drizzles. Conditions are gradually normalizing now. The very cold nights are slowly moving out. Taking a look in the west for today, sunshine was a beauty again. So many fun things to do while you are in the west. Eastwards from Pakabarasuva, more of a sun shower day. And up in Vanuatu, another good deal of sunshine, a great day for making a round in Lambasa town. At sea, east to southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, moderate to rough seas. For the tides, high tide at 12:33 a.m. with low tide at 7:04 a.m. Sunrise at 6:12. For tomorrow, it's mostly dry and cool as per the forecast. Tomorrow's temps, the Soka Town bar will rise up to 33 degrees. Now that's hot. And looking further on to Wednesday, the dry spells are likely to disappear as we will have bands of showers visiting us soon. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fijian Pulse tonight, we asked, should those found responsible for corrupt practices at government dispensaries be prosecuted?
They should be penalized or taken to task because it is illegal.
If they are doing this, like corruption, then basically they are leading us to something that is, it's leading the citizen to a different direction.
I think they should be taken into disciplinary action because it's morally wrong what they're doing, because it's for the whole benefit of the public that are supposed to be served.
Corrupted pharmacies should be prosecuted.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, government stops family evictions, more come forward to report domestic violence, and if in USA, saga continues with a new twist. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment, last week we asked, should there be more counsellors and facilities set up for Fijians battling depression? 92% said yes. This week we're asking, should those found responsible for corrupt practices at government dispensaries be prosecuted? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day, sent in by Christina Gohel from Pender Street in Suva, her pet Disney on her way to attend a vehicle breakdown. Very cute. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
मैं नवनीत नंद नम्बुआ से। जैसे ट्रेनी नॉर्थ मशहूर है, वैसे रेडियो फिजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फिजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है, वैसे रेडियो फिजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।